Good morning, Sir Abdul and friends. Today we are going to present about the importance of fairness in religious tolerance. Next. As for our group members, there are 8 students which are Privina, Adru, Leneta, Audrey, Kelly, Andrew, Laura, and Cynthia.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the abstract. Let's begin. So, justice is an ethical and moral concept that aims to improve everyone's situation. Every individual's interests must be considered without giving birth to money or bringing someone else's eye, which is how I would define justice. It is described as the realization of everyone's right to be valued and cared for to the same degree. It is just a value that exists and is held by someone. Religion, on the other hand, teaches its believer to utilize this fruit of the great and absolute values to do justice, conduct fairly, be fair, and act fairly in making judgments in all parts of life. However, we can still see unfairness everywhere in the world, and we unknowingly do the same things in our everyday life. The results of our survey are summarized in this report. We want to find out what the general people thought about the connection between fairness and religious tolerance. Our objective is to reinstill tolerance among religious communities and to foster a desire to maintain religious relationship in Malaysia. Before we go any further, let's clarify what all of this means. First, what exactly is religion? I assume the majority of you are already aware. Religion is a divine teaching in which all believers place their faith. Every religious believers will try to understand, respect, and apply the teachings of the religion to which they belong. Religion imposes norms and ideals on human conduct in the form of real-world activities. What about religious tolerance? What exactly is it? Religious tolerance is meaningfulness, passion, comfort, and compassion are derived from the Latin word tolerantia. Tolerance was described by UNESCO as mutual regard, mutual acceptance, mutual respect in the face of cultural diversity, freedom of expression, and human character. Tolerance, in general, refers to an open, airy, voluntary, and kind attitude. As a result, individuals must be organized in accordance with existing norms and mutually agreed upon in order to realize harmony in the form of harmony and peace. Religion as a guide to sacred behavior encourages believers to appreciate and respect, while reality frequently displays the opposite. With religious followers being more concerned with emotional aspect, religious tolerance should have been fostered in children from an early age, beginning with the family, community, and school environment so that youthful tolerance and respect are ingrained. Finally, what really is fairness? Fairness includes treating people equally and not letting your emotion affect your decision about others. We should give without allowing our emotion to affect our judgments about others. In everyday life, however, we frequently judge whether a certain behavior is fair or unfair. For example, when we experience losses due to fraud, are discriminated against, and so on, we feel treated unjustly and begin to develop a conscious or unconscious judgment on whether a treatment is fair or not. Justice is more than a value that exists and is valued by one person. It must be accomplished in real life in relation to other people. It is not uncommon to come across people in society who are indifferent about the interests of others in their efforts to meet various demands. They are only preoccupied with themselves or the aims of their own group at the expense of the interests of others. As a result, injustice expresses itself in various forms, such as oppression, extortion, discrimination, and so on. This sort of occurrence happens all around the world. That's all for my part.
Okay, next is a literature review. For the literature, we chose an article called Faith, Fairness, and Religious Freedom, written by Elder Ronald A. Rasband. This article is mainly discusses about how unfairness in religion still exists in today's society, especially in the workplace. Therefore, the writer states fairness for all to be applied in people's life. We must follow the principle of being fair and sensitive to many people to protect their conscience and create a space for everyone to live their belief without infringing on the rights and safety of others. There are three things that people can do to support fairness in religion. First, they can try to view others through a lens of fairness. Next, let fairness guide your treatment of others. And lastly, stand up for fairness if you see another's right being impeded. Other than that, the involvement of the young generation is also important since we need their natural understanding of compassion, respect, and fairness. Next, I'm gonna pass it to Pravina.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Pravina and I'll be presenting about the objectives of the study. So, in applying the concept of religious tolerance, we have utilized creative and critical thinking skills to ensure that the questionnaire we prepared is according to the objectives. So therefore, the first objective of this research is to study about the importance of fairness in religious tolerance, because fairness is what justice really is, which will also foster religious intolerance and misunderstanding. And now, what we need in this country, as what we badly need throughout the world, is better religious understanding and tolerance. So, the secondary objective is to promote the unity of multiracial citizens in Malaysia, as this is the foundation of living in a peaceful and harmonious environment in a multiracial society, multiracial country. So the third objective is to be aware of the existence of fairness and religious tolerance in Malaysia, because we, as the multiracial society in Malaysia, should play a significant role in achieving the equality in religion among us. So to sum up, according to Walter Koenig, religious tolerance is something we should all practice. However, there have been more persecution and atrocities committed in the name of religion and religious freedom than anything else. Therefore, we should always be able to overcome all those challenges in achieving religious fairness and freedom to prevent national collapse and conflicts. So that's all from my part. Thank you.
Okay, now let's move on to the methodology. First of all, our group decided to do a research first on the internet about how fairness in religion is occurs in Malaysia. And because we want to explore more about our topic, we collect data from Malaysia by doing a survey. And our target respondents are the Malaysia citizens and people who already live in Malaysia for a long time. We use one of the services from Google called Google Form to create the questionnaire. And we spread the questionnaires link through social media and let the participants fill out the questionnaire online. We start to spread the questionnaires on 16th of June 2021 and managed to collect 51 respondents on 18th of June 2021. The questionnaire was containing two sections, and the participants might take time less than 5 minutes to fill in the form. The first part is demographic section, which aims to discover the name, age, gender, religion, and ethnicity of the participants. The second section will be asking our respondents' opinion regarding how fairness is occurs in Malaysia and the importance of fairness among religions.
The questionnaire consisted of four multiple choice questions and one short answer in section 1, while in section 2 there are 9 questions that consist of 3 multiple choices, 2 long answers, and 4 checkboxes. And the next step, we arrange some of the existing data in the form of bar charts and pie charts, and we combine all the answers on one file using Microsoft Word. And the last one, we start to analyze all the answers to get a conclusion. Next.
And now let's jump to the finding parts. We create a questionnaire in Google Form in order to see how important fairness is among religions in Malaysia with 9 questions. For the opening question is ethnicity. There are many people with different ethnicities such as Malaysian with 2%, Indonesian with 25.50%, Chinese 62.70%, and Indian 7.80%. Next slide. The second question is about religion. They believe in variety of religion, for example, Islam 5.90%, Christian 47%, Buddhism 37.30%, Hindu 7.80%, and infidel 2%, which show that Malaysia is multicultural and multi-ethnic country that has various range of different people. Next slide. The third question is related to this research objective outline in the importance of fairness in religious tolerance. All the respondents are agree and conscious that the fairness aspect is crucial among the religion. The main reason for this is because of the fairness in general plays an important role in every aspect, which is a fact. For the others finding will be explained by my friend Adru.
And And other point of the participant highlight was they did not really feel the fairness among the religion as occur everywhere in Malaysia. This data showed the level of the fairness that they were expanding in religion tolerance and described that equality in this country is not even throughout the nation. Next slide. Even though full fairness in Malaysia was not achieved yet, 64.7% of the participants were trying to do certain things which might help to achieve the fairness and tolerance, like spreading awareness through the social media. Next slide, please. Participants were asked about what they think that are involved in realizing fairness in religion. A big number of 31 people, or 68% say yes. The things that they do to achieve fairness in religion by respecting other people religion, learning about other belief, to reduce of the prevent miscommunication and conflict. And next slide, please. It is undeniable that fairness regarding to the niche it was in is difficult to achieve. 88.2% of the answer believe that it was caused by people that are not open-minded. The ignorant character of the person or environment also can be the important part here, just as other 64.7% of the answer agree about the statement. Next, Laneta.
Finally, to make people aware of the existence of religious tolerance and harmony in Malaysia, they need to understand first consequences if there is no fairness there. The things that would happen are the division between the citizen, whereas 80.7% of the participants believe would happen. Fairness in religion for Malaysia will assure the country to become peaceful as higher percentage of 94.1% of people think this way.
I'll be presenting about the discussion. From the research conducted for this report, we acknowledge that Malaysia is a multiracial and multi-ethnic country that has variety range of people regarding their race, culture, and religion. Even though they are different, all of the respondents that participated in this research are agreed and conscious that the fairness aspect is crucial among the religion. Next slide. To begin with, fairness in general plays an important role and it is needed in every aspect. Especially in religion, once fairness was achieved, conflict and discrimination will be gone. Then, the equality will generate peace, harmony, and unity amongst the people and the country. Secondly, the data shows that fairness among religion in the country is not evenly distributed throughout the nation. It was caused by every place has their own unique culture and customs that influence their character. It shows that the level of fairness that people are expecting in religious tolerance was high, which they needed to see something outstanding before it can be considered as fair. Thirdly, the participants were trying to do certain things which might help to achieve fairness and tolerance. Likewise, spreading awareness through social media, giving the same treatment to people regarding their background, and by just simple act of letting them celebrate their religious holidays peacefully.
The next objective explains the data in number 4, which is more than half of the data, which is 60%, tells that they are involved in achieving fairness, religious fairness. So, by respecting other religions when they are performing holy rituals and interacting with them, we can get the knowledge and learn about other people's other religious beliefs to reduce or prevent misunderstanding and conflict among themselves. So, okay. However, close-mindedness of certain religions and local cultures that do not support equality pose the greatest barrier in overcoming this issue, which could lead to conflicts and national collapse. So, therefore, fairness in religious tolerance is something we should practice to ensure that every religion has equal right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, even if we do not agree with each other's choices. So, finally, to raise public awareness of Malaysia's religious tolerance and harmony, we must always be willing to accept other religions and treat them with mutual respect, because all religions, cultures, and beliefs, regardless of how different they are from your own, they deserve the same level of respect. So that's all from my part. Thank you.
Next slide, please. So, in conclusion, Malaysia's multiracial and multi-ethnicity should not keep its citizens from achieving fairness in religion. In order to achieve this, the citizens should first comprehend the worst cases that might happen if we fail to create the existence of fairness amongst religion. The worst possible cases are division in the citizenship, throwing down by the majority towards the minority, and serious conflicts. As all of the respondents have agreed that fairness religion ferry holds an important role in the world we are living in today, we should all be aware and show our contribution by spreading awareness through social media, giving the same treatment to people with any religions, and by just simply letting them celebrate their religious holidays and doing our part as a good citizen. This way, we can all have the right to believe in our own religion freely and enjoy the peacefulness and fairness.
And here's the references.
Thank you very much.